Alone in the Dark continues. Emily in the Attic continues. And her goal, her objective, as for now, is to head towards that window. Well, with Carnby, we had to go out the door, because we're already in the attic. Which means we're already in the place where supernatural stuff... Am I stuck on that? I was stuck on that for a second. So, the vision and the talisman showed us this window right here. Which is next to the noose. So, it's funny, when Emily appeared here previously, she was looking at the noose and said, "Oh, Jeremy, you could have saved everyone so much pain." Was she suggesting that Jeremy should have hung himself? Because, of course, that is what he does in the original game. And things go very different in that game. Alright, nothing's happening here. You know what should happen right now? Like a giant chicken dog should jump through the window. And then we have to kick it. That should happen. It's not, but it probably should. Alright. Well, we know that we are in the place where supernatural stuff has to happen. But where does it want us to go? Oh, wait. Oh, that's... Okay, yeah. That's not the house down there. Right.
Feels familiar somehow.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Jeremy, where are you?
I'm stuck in the mud and the fire's taking me.
Jeremy? Can you hear
The
me?
motor is dead. I can't do anything more.
Hang on, Jeremy. I'll get the boat running. I'll get you out of here.
Right. It's boat time.
A ghostly voice sounding like Jeremy called out for help. Emily couldn't quite understand where the voice was coming from. It somehow seemed to be a part of the place itself. All she could make out was that Jeremy was stuck and needed her to get the steamboat running.
You know, after completing the game once, I still don't understand this metaphor. Why boat? I mean, fine boat, but why boat? We can open that up. That is where we're gonna go, but was there anything here? There was box. Nothing in box. Of course, boat is where we get introduced to spiders. Oh, speaking of which. Ow. Gulp, gulp, gulp. What? Oh, yeah. Mommy needs her medicine. Yeah, so spiders. The worst enemies in the game. They're tough. They do huge damage. And, they're the reason why I had so much trouble with that last boss fight. Like, every time I died, it was basically because of spiders. Right, I can't get across this. It's like they felt they needed to increase the difficulty of the enemies as we approach the end.
The boat has run aground. Crashed right into the bayou.
And I understand...
If I get the motor running, I could try backing into the river.
I don't think this boat's moving, Emily. I just don't think this boat's gonna move. I understand increasing the difficulty of the enemies, but, I do not like how they did it with the spiders. Alright, that's locked from the inside. Alright, that's blocked. Molotov, let's remember that's there. Jump on down here. Yeah, it's a spider. Right, in the first playthrough, I believe there was a lanyap there. But we already got that. Don't think there's anything else here.
Jeremy, where are you?
Right, I guess it's everything here. And there's our objective in the center of that room. We have to get down below the boat to get to Jeremy's therapy session, where he talks about how 30 years ago Frederic needed him to die. Referring to, I guess, the author, one of the authors of the original Alone in the Dark, needing Jeremy to die to kick off the plot. Now, I was wondering when we saw in the trailers, it turns out Jeremy was alive. I was wondering, is he gonna die later on? Like, maybe the hanging will happen later in the game. Turns out it never happens. Turns out it's a whole, like, meta thing about how he's supposed to die, and he doesn't, which is... So now all this happens.
The winch seems to be powered by electricity. Maybe I can find a way to turn it on.
Like in the original game, I believe the reason why he dies is because he realizes everything's hopeless. And he can't bear to face what's coming. Better to just end it now. Uh-oh. Well, okay. You know, that's how you know you're in for a good time. Reload your handgun, reload your shotgun, drain that brandy. Now we're ready to go. I don't see it. Did it disintegrate? Alright, so we need to go that way, but first let's head down here. Oh yeah, infinite hatchets. The box with endless axes. We love that box.
I can break it.
No, you want to go down?
Yeah.
There we go. Empty gas can. We love an empty gas can. The only thing we love more than an empty gas can is a full gas can, which we can get here.
I think it just needs fuel to run.
No, that's where the gas needs to go, not where we get it from. Right, then we can get it from up here. Alright, power's on. Still can't open that. Yeah, that's what I thought. Spiders start coming now. But at least we can distract them. We move so slow when we're carrying one of these. I feel like we should be able to just take one with us. Like, move normally while holding one. That did not distract it. About to say I'm not holding anything, then it jumped up into my hands. Well, Emily needs a drink after that, but unfortunately she does not have one. Yep, she's got one now. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Look, I'm sneaking. I'm being stealthy. Look at me utilizing the stealth. You know, making use of the game systems. I assume that he'd see me if I went that way. But there isn't actually another door from here, so I mean I'm going that way anyway. Let's see. What if I distracted? What was that noise? No, I guess that was too far away. It did not get distracted. Alright, if you can't stealth, you can always run. Goes down. I don't think there's anything else up here to find. I like how it's giving me that objective now. I've already done it. Okay, nothing there. Oh yeah, it's the stuff. Look at this wiggly boy right here. Look at Wiggle! Look at Wiggle so much. It's not losing momentum. It's like turning a little bit. It's not losing any momentum at all. And I started maybe it's starting to now. Like it's the upper arm that has the momentum. It's starting to work its way out of the rail. Will it do it? No, it's going back up. It looked like it was starting to loosen itself. I don't think it's gonna get out of there. I cannot help it out. I think it might just be trapped in there. I don't think yeah. I'm pretty sure it's stuck. Sorry about that. Sorry. I don't think we can help it. Still wiggling? Still wiggling. Forever wiggling.
happening? Uncle!
Are you hungry? No. I was supposed to die. That you were supposed to. I'm the catalyst. I had to die to make the story happen.
What story? What are you referring to, Jeremy?
30 years ago, Frederic needed me to die.
Jeremy!
You're not making any sense, Jeremy. Come back. Find your focus.
Uncle?
I cheated everyone. I didn't play my part. I escaped my doom. Destiny!
Again, find your focus.
Jeremy!
Now everything is wrong. Nothing is in place.
Hey, listen to me! We're gonna drown!
Calm down, Miss Hartwood. You're not in any danger.
But... Jeremy... He was here, wasn't he?
Miss Hartwood, I am beginning to suspect your family curse is catching up with you. Have you ever talked to a doctor about your condition?
No. No, I was just confused. I thought I saw him for a moment. I'm fine. I'll let you be.
Miss, I want you to know I'm here to help, if you need me.
Oh, didn't we get a new one?
Emily found herself in what looked like the shipwreck of a Mississippi riverboat. It somehow seemed more unreal than the worlds she had suffered so far.
All right, well, I saw the icon for it.
Almost night when Emily
Oh, there it is.
found herself back at Derceto. What exactly had she...
Well, no, this was the beginning of the
What
chapter.
was Detective Conby talking about? Did any of her findings make any sense? All she knew was that she wanted to figure out what the 3 steps to the contract entailed and how this was connected to Dr. Gray.
Well, all right. We got out of the boat. Emily thought that she saw Jeremy getting his therapy. Okay, we can go into the empty room. All right, what do we find inside the empty room? As Carnby realized he was here before. And that's what led him to realize his dark past. But what happens this time?
The empty room wasn't meant for patients, but many came and went anyway. Mr. Waits preferred to keep the door locked. He didn't consciously think so, but his primitive instincts wanted to keep visitors from entering in either direction.
This is my room. I belong here.
All right, death do us part. When I get back, 1xxdx. All right, so...
When I get back?
Yeah, well, they were supposed to get married when he got back. The inventory kind of indicates that a long engagement. That when he gets back from the war, they're gonna get married, but it's a real long engagement because he never came back. But he said he would.
That.
In 1918.
I don't know the combination. Wait. Maybe I do.
I love getting a light bulb. to Emily.
Darling, I finally found that photograph from my time in France during the war. I don't expect this to be your fiancé, but it did make me think of him. What an incredible man he must have been. You were lucky in a way. He could have been a nobody and died falling into the Mississippi. Instead, he volunteered to travel across the world to fight for people in despair, dying with honor like Achilles at Troy. I am jealous of you. Or maybe him. It's all incredibly romantic. That's what I wanted to say. Please feel free to use my camera if you want to. It might cheer you up. It might bring him closer to you. Even if just in memory. Ruth.
All right. I believe Carnby got a coin that he
How
could,
long have I been here?
that he was able to use in McCarfrey's room. But we're getting a flash bulb that we can use with a camera. And Ruth's room is right next to this one.
Is this how you travel, Ruth?
The war in Europe rages. Doing its part to hold back the German aggression. Ships from Boston and New Orleans arrived yesterday to bolster our gallant forces in France. These men will play a crucial role in helping our allies defend the innocent and defeat the German war machine. In trenches, they will defend themselves against the charging horde with razor-sharp ingenuity, all while planning how to advance the front with the use of artillery, machine guns, and pure American spirit.
That's right. That's what we're bringing to the war. Just some American gumption.
On the home front, a deadly influenza has claimed many lives. In New Orleans, 1,000 soldiers have perished.
Almost 1,000 soldiers perished in New Orleans. From an influenza, you say? All right. Yeah, so we're getting a World War I chapter now. Very different from Carnby's chapter. And I guess we're heading out from Ruth's room. Going out into the trenches. See what happened to John, maybe.
I'll find you, John. What was that?
What was that? Can I pick that up? I don't think I can. Maybe we could, like, pick that up. You know, a blade would probably help. Oh, hey, there's a friend. I don't suppose you've seen John Marcus around anywhere? Hello? John Marcus? Doesn't that seem like I can interact with this man? Well, he's just taking a nap. He's tired. Probably hasn't slept well for a while. Sir? Man, everyone's sleeping on the job around here. All right, a couple ways to go. No? Nothing? Well, we can't go that. Is there any reason to come down this little direction? Just saw this one box, but does not seem like there's anything in the box. Nothing down here either. That's probably fine. Don't suppose there's anything under the car? Doesn't seem so. No. It looks like we could keep going that way. What about this way? Which way is right and which way is not? Well, this looks like it just keeps going. Let's try the other way. Trying to figure out which one is the not progress way.
John.
Did we see John? Actually, there is a third way here, isn't there? All right, this was the first way. All right, this loops around to the second way. Anything in here to find? Not looking like it. All right, doesn't seem like there's anything in there. All right, so let's head down here. John? I do not have a John button, unfortunately. I cannot just press a button to make Emily ask for John. Not seeing anything in there. That's probably fine. No, nothing in there. So many boxes with nothing in them.
John.
John? Sweetie? Alright, going back outside again. We did not find anything in there. Nothing to the left. Been hearing some rumblings and tumblings. Seeing some rocks fall from the ceiling. Haven't seen anything yet. All right, that's some artillery right there. Oh. Sneck. Got a Sneck.
God, I thought I was done with you.
Yeah, I remember him from the Hateful Mound. With both Carnby and Emily, it appeared for a little bit and then chased us out of the mound. We didn't actually fight it. Never appeared again in Carnby's game, but it has appeared here now. I guess its sense of smell is not actually great. It reaches the end. Alright, reaches the end and it's going to come back. But of course, we have to take the time to search these alcoves. I feel like the first time we saw this, it was a lot bigger. Like, the head looks the same, but it seems like it's smaller than the one that was in the Hateful Mound. Probably just start walking at this point. Alright, can squeeze through there. Is there anything over here? No, still nothing.
Yeah.
Alright, we're leaving the trenches. But where do we want to go? And where should we search? I mean, I guess it's okay if he sees us. He's just a regular enemy. And not quite regular, I guess. It's a bit tougher. Let's let this go around. See if there's anything else we should be picking up around here. Thank you. Looks like we're heading back into the trenches. Hmm? Ah. Let's see, what's its pattern? It's walking over there. And then it will walk up here. Nothing in this box. Will it turn around? No. Well, maybe. Yes. Took a while to come to the decision. I could break that, but wouldn't it hear that? Like, I think I probably wouldn't want to do that. Well, let's look around before we break anything. Yeah, we can just go on around. To the trench.
There's nothing here.
Yeah, there just hasn't really been much to pick up. I mean, we're looking for John. We have not found John. We have found some dead soldiers, and they cannot tell us about John. I mean, John himself is a dead soldier, but I presume Emily would recognize him. All right, to the trench, or barracks, or medical. Let's take a look in the barracks. I don't see anything in these barracks. To the front line. Well, no one wants to go there. All right, let's take a look at medical. What we got in here? Well, we can't look at whoever this is. No, does not seem like there's anything in here. All right, let's head on to the front lines. It's the place to be. All the action's happening there. Debris. Is debris really a better weapon than hatchet? I don't know about that. It'd be all sneaky. could go the way it came from, or we could follow it up this path. I mean, shovel is a better weapon. Obviously, we would want shovel. Does it come back from here? Looks like it. Oh, no, okay, no. The loop connects right there. More hatchets, if you want one. Okay, we have to break this. We have to do it. Will it hear it? Is it far away enough? Alright, I guess it must be far away enough. Did not seem to hear that. Another one there. Or we could squeeze through that. Did this loop back? Oh, yeah. I guess it did. There's the hatchets. Another stealth section completed. Another box with nothing in it. Getting plenty of those. Anything here? No, don't see anything. Look, there's got to be something at some point, at some time during this area. All right, well, we dropped down there. I don't think we're getting back up here. Just make sure there's no prompts or anything. You gotta make sure. All right, let's drop down. No, I don't think that... Oh. So I'm about to say, is that a breakable? It was, but not for me. That wasn't something I was going to break. Someone else was gonna break that. Okay, it starts me here, so that's all right. Is he even on the other side of that? He is not. He is not hiding on the other side of that. Am I gonna run?
I gotta run. There's no way I can kill that thing.
Yep, we gotta run. Is there any things I should be picking up while running? I don't know if the game would do that. I can't, well, I don't have a key for that. Why is Find My Fiancé crossed out? I don't think I found my fiancé. Unless this is my fiancé.
Yeah.
I don't think it is? I don't know what the symbolism would be. Well, fortunately, my fiancé did not kill me, but rather just knocked me through this. There's not collectibles or anything, right? Emily's got to have those collectibles. She got to have them. Well, you gonna tell her that she's gonna go to World War I, and she's not gonna get souvenirs?
Today, the American Expeditionary Forces face considerable
John?
losses in France. The brave men fallen on these
John.
fields will forever be
Oh,
remembered as
John.
defenders not of just Europe, but the world.
What's the matter, Emily?
President Woodrow Wilson spoke to our
I can't do
country's
this.
war widows, asking them to stand tall.
What's the matter?
Remember their husbands
I can't take
as
you dying
heroes.
again.
Speak of them proudly, and remember
I'm
them
still
fondly.
hurting.
What's the matter,
But
Emily?
the war effort in Europe is not our
Your
business.
death was just so...
Death numbers on the home front
Shameful.
are on the rise due to the
Unfair.
deadly influenza known as the Spanish flu. The New Orleans City Council decided to open yet another emergency hospital in the old Derceto plantation.
You don't want to open a hospital there. That's just a bad idea. Alright, so it looks like Emily went into Return of Obra Dinn for a second there. No mystery to solve. We already know that John died and how.
Where am I?
Emily woke to an overwhelming smell of musty earth and gluttonous thick air. Where was she?
Where indeed? So we did hear the radio message earlier say that there were like 1,000 soldiers that died from some weird new flu in New Orleans. And then at the end, we did hear the radio message saying that they set up a field hospital in Derceto. Oh, is this the other side of this door?
I need
Okay.
the key.
Yeah, we were not able to unlock this door. Oh, my flashlight went out.
Oh, come on.
Now I really am alone in the dark. Never mind. My flashlight's back on. What's happening there? I'm not sure what this is I'm looking at. All right. Gotta flip some switches.
That's better.
All right, key item. Derceto Entombment Plans, B. Technical drawings detailing of how parts of Derceto will be sealed off. Mm-hmm.
Emily was back at Derceto, but sealed inside a part of the basement that was no longer in use. This was clearly a mistake. Emily had confronted her trauma. She deserved her freedom to carry on with her work on the contract. This prison felt like an insult, like the dog man was cheating her. If he wasn't going to honor her progress, then she was on her own. Of all the paperwork left inside this place, there had to be some document showing her a way out. She just had to figure out what the runes were. and how they were sealed.
Yeah, come on, Darkman. I'm making You have to acknowledge my progress, Darkman. It's unfair for me to make progress and then you, like, say, no, nuh-uh, no you didn't. Alright. I guess I need to find some more. And then maybe rearrange some things. Yeah, lag nap. Got a box of I probably should not eat those biscuits. Hey, we completed one. All the world's a stage. The toy talisman, the curious napkin, and the box of extremely stale biscuits.
Life is a stage play performed to no one, applauded by no one, and wanted by no one. A story already written, meant to play out in one way only. I wrote my book in order to explain that there might be more to life, that free will isn't truly free unless it moves against the expected. In retrospect, I think my ambition was hubristic. Jeremy had a much more humble suggestion. What if we all just went home?
I mean, Juan seems to be saying, what if you could defy the author of your life and write your own story? I'm more of Jeremy's speed, however. Going home sounds pretty okay. That sounds all right. Oh, give the kid something to play with. Grace? Is Grace here? Grace without horns, give the kid something to play with. So we're doing that, and we're also trying to figure out where we are. Oh, by the way, so that's 12 out of 15 sets. We need one more for Dying with Dignity, one more for Crescent City, one more for the Heartwood Curse. What kind of toy would Grace like? Closing the Refuge.
Closing the Refuge, June 17, 1919. It is with a heavy heart that I must declare the DeSoto Refuge to be harmful beyond saving. As an emergency hospital, we have over the last 2 years treated hundreds of patients suffering the so-called Spanish flu. Unfortunately, our mortality numbers are unforgivable. While the influenza in itself was often successfully treated, many died of fungal infections and sudden acts of violent madness. In order to dismantle the refuge safely, building engineers will survey what parts of the house are especially contaminated by the peculiar rot discovered by Jean-Baptiste Amboise. The rot is believed to be the main perpetrator in spreading the deadly fungal infection, but also the cause of the incurable madness. The most afflicted rooms will then be sealed permanently to create a cordon sanitaire. As the dead seem to exacerbate the spreading of the fungal infection, all bodies that can't be cremated by tomorrow will be forever entombed inside DeSeto's sealed section. The refuge was never meant to be permanent, and as the influenza epidemic seems to be in decline, it stands to reason that we shut the facility altogether. Many brave volunteers have helped for very little pay to treat those in need for almost 2 years, and we are forever in their debt. All surviving patients will be transferred to other medical facilities around New Orleans as soon as possible. At the end of the summer, we should be able to leave DeSoto to recover. Dr. Isaac Herbert.
All right, so they're saying, hey, we were actually doing okay in treating the Spanish flu, but then, like, there's weird other things started happening where people started getting mold and going mad. Shame that. Also, this is probably not a great place for us to be, as we're in the mold wing of DeSoto. Okay, plan A. All right, there we go. So I guess we have to. Let's see. We can move. We can rotate. All right, maybe we can. Make them right side up. And then, like, why is this here? All right. So, morgue, quarantine, laboratory, archive, surgery, repository, morgue, foyer. Well, let's see. How do the rooms go together? There's 2 morgues here. Foyer and archive look like they're connected. Now, would that be at the top? Or, because the foyer would indicate that that's the front door. But then if I'm looking at the bottom of that, what room has like a big door like that? I mean, the morgue does. I would think that the 2 morgues would go together, but I mean, maybe that's not the case. I'm looking at archive that has like a small door at the bottom. Is there anything that looks like it would match up to that? I mean, possibly morgue. And like those 2 might match up. Maybe those go on the right, because none of them have a door going off to the right. So maybe that's correct. And the morgue has a small door going off to the left. The quarantine goes off to the right. I can't see the left of the quarantine. Could I remove that list? Doesn't seem like it. Well, maybe I should assume that this goes on the left. Could be correct. Actually, this one also has like that red thing. I don't know if the red rectangle is supposed to be a door, but that could possibly connect to the foyer. Where would surgery connect to? Surgery could potentially connect to lab. Or morgue. There's no door to the left on that. This one has a door leading out to the left, nothing to the right. Has something up, but not down. I don't know if I'm thinking about this correctly. There's this envelope, which I guess is going to go in an empty space. Let's see, where do you think the repository would go? I mean, actually, I guess that's just underneath where I'm looking, isn't it? There's a room to the right of the repository, which is shaped like the morgue. I think I might be right about that one. Oh yeah, morgue is... This one, that's one's supposed to go there. Archives. Yes, I was right about archives. Foyer? Foyer's kind of like in the middle of these 2. Lab. Yeah, that's lab. Quarantine? No, that's surgery. That's quarantine. There we go.
What's that?
Yeah. Oh, John Marcus. What happened to her lip? Looks all moldy. Identifying which body it is.
p.14. Oh, John. I didn't know this is where you would end up. I didn't want to know. I stopped visiting you because I couldn't stand the indignity of your awful illness. I was ashamed of you. Ashamed of myself. Forgive me. Please, John. Let me go. Are we done here? Is this what you wanted?
Couldn't even hand it to her. Just threw it in the water. So it turns out John did not die a heroic death on the battlefield like Achilles. No, that's not how it happened. Died here. Came here for the flu. Died from mold, probably. Madness mold. Oh, okay. That was a lanyap. I'm just, no one's around. I don't think anyone will mind if I take a little souvenir. Alright, that completed this set. Dying with Dignity. Oh, this is a secret objective set. What does it say?
The sign resembles a blessing, save that the first and little fingers are both folded beneath the thumb, whilst the second and third fingers are held up. This dark blessing is said to protect against evil, much like the sign of the horns, which is quite similar, but has a reverse schema. The truth is that the dark blessing is a sign of submission, a complete capitulation to our lesser selves. The sign only protects from evil in the sense that you become a part of it.
All right, well, we've seen this sign. The Dark Man, the statue of the Dark Man in the tomb was doing this sign at us. Hold up the middle and third fingers, and then hold your index and pinky under your thumb. The opposite of the horns, which, as we know, the horns are too sweet for life, and that is not what the Dark Man symbol is about. The Dark Man symbol is about submitting to the evil. You're protected from it, but that's only because you're part of it now. We learned the secret sign. Oh, wash the paint. Why? I don't need to see the secret sign. I know what it is. We've already seen it. But apparently I've got a new objective.
John Marcus died at Deseto of the Spanish flu. Emily stopped visiting him because she didn't want to see him waste away. She adopted a lie because it felt better. Emily hated the pathetic man that passed away in Deseto, but she was very proud of the man she made up. A man who died a martyr in the trenches of France. This must have been the true trauma that the Dark Man specified in the contract. But why was it Emily's and not Jeremy's?
The Dark Man's not picky. He just wants some trauma. Could be from anyone, really. All right, so we got 3 objectives. We got to find out where we are. I think we have a pretty good idea. We need to give Grace something to play with, and we need to wash the paint off of... Okay, so I guess Emily has been carrying around Jeremy's portrait this whole game. I mean, this model is not showing it, but she would be wearing the tube on her back. It has the painting in it, and I was wondering, why is she carrying that around? I guess there's a reason. We need to wash it to learn the sign. And we should be able to walk on... Oh. Okay, no, we're getting the logo, but we already got this. We should be able to walk on out of here. Back to Derceto. And let's see. So now we're going to be going to Dr. Gray's apartment for our little overhead camera section, and that will lead to the Arctic for our final, not our final confrontation, but the final confrontation of Chapter 4 before heading into Chapter 5. Now we never opened Jeremy's trunk. Maybe only Carnby does that? Possibly. I mean, the entirety of the ground floor is blue. There's still some pink here. All right. Well, that's probably enough for... I still cannot save. Still cannot save. Not letting me manually save. All right. That's, I think that's enough Alone in the Dark for now. We have experienced Emily's trauma, which was having to face the idea that, that dead husband of hers didn't actually die the way she's been fantasizing about it, a way she could be proud of, but rather he died in a way that she couldn't bear to look, so she made up a story and started to believe in it. But that's not the truth. That's not how he went. And so she had to show the Dark Man how he really went, and he repaid her by throwing her a key. He just likes to watch. He just likes, it's how he gets his kicks, his jollies. It's his entertainment. Well, we'll get our own entertainment as we continue on with Alone in the Dark, heading towards the doctor's apartment, and heading towards the end game, though we do have a couple of curious objectives. Clean the painting and give Grace something to play with. I don't know what Grace wants to play with. In Carnby's game, we didn't actually see Grace again until the end, at the tree. I don't know if that's the same way with Emily. We'll find out as we continue on. With Alone in the Dark. We're done with World War I. We still have to deal with a big goat tree.